I see a lot of people turn to things like gratitude when it comes to talking about the Father, right? They'll say things like, you're talking about the Word, right? Or somebody's trying to explain to you what it is that they do that shows that they know who God is, right? And they'll be like, man, I'm just thankful. I'm just grateful. I thank Him for this. I thank Him for that. And, I'm just thankful ultimately. I'm just full of gratitude. God, let me wake up today. God, let me do this. Right? Ain't nothing wrong with gratitude. Gratitude is a great thing, right? We're supposed to be grateful. But gratitude don't replace obeying God through faith, right? It don't replace making the sacrifice that God told you to make. Gratitude doesn't help you when it comes to loving your enemy, you know what I'm saying? Right? Or forgiving, right? Or ministering to somebody, sitting there and just counseling them, right? Just showing empathy and compassion, right? You don't gratitude isn't the thing that God's looking for when He's looking at somebody all He's looking for is somebody that's just grateful. You grateful, show you're grateful, right? By honoring Him, right? By loving your mother and your father, by forgiving, right? By doing what God said to do. He said, if any man says he knows me, doesn't keep my commandments, that man's a liar, right? Some people, not everybody, you know what I mean? The word is to get you to examine yourself, right? The word is showing you who you are. So it doesn't mean God's not looking, He's not condemning you, right? But you look in the word and you see like, man, I don't line up with that, right? It's for you to be like, you know what? I'm repent from that. And I'm gonna do what God said to do. But I'm gonna do it through faith because I can't accomplish nothing without believing in God for it. Turn that gratitude to appear humble because they think as long as they thank God for everything that he perceives that as that's somebody that is really humbling themselves, right? And it don't get no more humbling than believing and doing what God said to do. Because God's calling everybody, right? He's meeting everybody where they're at. Some people aren't in the same position as you. Some people cannot perceive. Some people are bound. Some people are blind. They're paralyzed. Yes, you can always be worse, or it can always be more going on in your life to make your life harder, right? But you know what I mean? Some people can't perceive a reason to be grateful, right? Some people, they want to die. They may not even want to be the one to kill themselves, but they want to die. They're in despair. They're broken. They don't know what the purpose of life is, and that's what God is for. That's what He told His children to do is to be that light to help them understand God's love and trying to point at things to tell people they should be grateful for. That doesn't work. That doesn't work with every situation. That's not enough to heal or set somebody free. Somebody's gratitude for certain things and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna whip them for their sins because they're grateful. They're grateful, right? He doesn't look at that as like that's a pass. You're just a grateful person walking around. He's looking for who believes Him. He's looking for who's accepted His great sacrifice that He gave by sending His Son into the world to die for their sins.